Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinders. I have abandoned the Convergence and gone back to Cinders. I was playing Cinders before the Convergence came out, but they started really getting some crazy, bosses and weird stuff in there, so I just gave it up. Then I found the Convergence, and I've been playing it. And Convergence here lately, the last episode, there was just so many weird things and twists and turns, and it was just getting so far away from the original story. Well, I saw this. Cinders put out the 2.14 version of the mod here a month or so ago, and I found it. I'm really impressed with it. I really, really like it. I'm going to be playing it for a while. They have quite a few things that are changed, but it goes back to pretty much the basic storyline of the vanilla game. A lot of things. Now we're going to start with the master key, but this is the guy we're starting with here. Basically, this guy, I played this guy through a couple times to find him out the best way to do this, but this guy is, he's bad. Let's get our build, get all the rest of our characteristics in here. Let's see, let's do him right there. Okay, now you see he starts out with 28 strength, 30 vitality, because he's wearing some of the heaviest armor in the game, the heaviest shield, the heaviest sword. But he is also one of the hardest to kill. You can just walk up and beat somebody to death with this guy. So I'm just going to show you a little bit. But you don't start in the Cemetery of Ash anymore with this version. You actually get to start where you want to start. You got different levels you can start at. Here's where you start, right here. So, and here's our character. Here's what we got. This guy, let's get into our stats here. Weapons at 250, the shields at 225, but all of our stats are really starting out pretty heavy. But look at our poise, 66 poise, even without the shield. The 66 poise is pretty damn sturdy. So anyway, this is how you start the game here in this version, and actually I'm kind of liking it. You can skip the journey, just go completely like a vanilla with all this, but they got different modes. Standard mode is just your standard like we normally would have in the game. Then you've got the explorer mode. Weapons and shields can be reinforced, but it increases absorptions, grants passive HP regeneration, 30 stamina recovery, soul absorption, and but you can't get any achievement awards or anything like that. That one's a pretty good one. But they've also got, whoops, wrong one here. There we go. Wanderer mode. You cannot reinforce your shields and weapons and everything. But every boss you kill gives you a permanent boost. I mean, just all kinds of things like this. The next one was this mythic mode. Yeah, see, basically it just makes the game a little bit tougher if that's what you want. That's not what I want to do. So I'm thinking, let's start in Explorer mode. That'll give us a little bit of a. I'll tell you what. Let's just for this version, let's just go ahead and start standard mode, which basically it's like the. And if you want to. Oh, and also it also gives you the. Let's see. You ask you where you want to start usually. Oh, that's weird. Begin journey. I must hit the wrong button. You gotta check that. I mean, basically, with this guy, all you don't even have to. You can just stand there and let him hit you. Hit him once, swing, and poof. What the hell was that? Oh. They removed a few things like the embers that were up here and all that kind of stuff, but pretty much the base of the vanilla game is pretty much back to storyline. Grey Rat has his quest line. Sigmund has his too. But there are some changes. They've added some really tough mini bosses. Yes, it's just, that's one thing I like about this guy is you can basically just stand there and let him shoot and hit and whatever you want, as long as you've got enough stamina. Because he doesn't do any damage at all because the shield is 100%. Check this shield out. Whoops, I hear somebody behind me. Okay, the shield. Check it out, 100% physical absorption, 80 on magic, fire, lightning, dark, 78 stability, and S in strength. I mean, that's just one badass fucking shield. Okay, let's go ahead and run in and they have, like we got this guy here. There's a new guy. If you want to change the way you look, I got the scrolls. You can do this too. You can change the way you look. That's basically what this guy does. You can transform your. See, you can different costumes. So basically, this just changes the way you look. You can look like a lot of different things if you want to, right there. But they've added a couple of new NPCs. But this guy's just he's fucking unbeatable. I mean. But basically, you've got all these that you can do here now. Okay, and here's a new one right here. If you want to start off with some kind of magic, just go over here. You don't have to wait till we find your, you got to have your souls and everything. But you can buy all your base spells there before we get the NPCs for it. Let's go here and they got some gestures now. And she sells a lot less. I mean, you can still get some of your basic stuff there.
Ashen one.
Then there'll be a guy show up here in a little bit. Oh, we got a new one down here. You can get rat tails. Go to the rat. And you want to join all these covenants. Because behind the covenants, they have a special inventory so you can buy. You have to collect rat tails, and by adding the covenant to your armor. But you can come in and buy all these things. Look at the temporary boost to poise. These are some really good, some really helpful things. Temporarily increases your strength, poise. I mean, just all, and then your basic guards and all that. And if you're playing online, which I would not suggest if you're playing this mod, you can. They do have death matches and stuff. Okay, learn his gesture. But this tells you, if you want to infuse a weapon, this tells you what the infusion does. It's a buff. Besides actually infusing it with dark or light or fire, it adds a buff. These are the buffs that infusing your weapon does. Here's some. Where's it at? Shield infusions. Now see, shield. I never did stuff like that before, but now you can get it to add 3 HP per second. All these extra buffs just to your shield. Catalyst infusions. So they got all these different things you can add to it as well as your basics.
Be careful. I don't want to.
But when we get Grey Rat, now see there's our practice dummy down there if you want to do the practice time. But anyway, here's the basic. Now we got this guy here. He sells some good stuff. All this stuff basically gives you HP, max, FP, stamina buff, 2.5% per each one. Not really a whole lot of protection, but if you want to buff it up, you're going to have a character on this one here. She sells that stuff, but she also, these things here you can change. Curse of Fortitude, enable strength 1. Enemies possess unholy fortitude. Increases enemy absorption by 5%, but it boosts your soul absorption by 10. So yeah, let's disable it because I don't want to do any of that. But all these things here for that, and you got all these things that can alter and modify your character. I still just like the base game here. But what we want to do here now is go up to the tower. You still don't need a key, but you can't just. They didn't put that little bridge at the top where you just walk right up. You got to go up the tower and the whole thing now. That's another thing about this guy. He is, check out his weight. He's 97. That's a little bit over the 70% for rolling. So you see when he rolls, he's just, but you really don't need to worry about moving because his protection and his poise are so high. You can stand there and let whoever it is hit you 3, 4, 5, 6 times and it won't do any damage, and then you just slash him with the sword. We're going to pick up the meat cleaver later on, which is actually a little bit stronger than this sword. Ooh, that was close. Let's see if we need the priestess ring. I don't think we do. No, I don't think we have anything that needs faith just yet. He's doing a little dance up there while he's waiting. And now we're going to do... They moved the Swordmaster. He's not up on the ledge on the staircase anymore. He's right here. Come here, big fella. See, normally that would have killed you in any other character for just starting out in the game. Yeah, he's got some. I don't know what that spell. I don't know whether. I think that keeps you from casting any spells if you got it, but no problem with this guy. Okay, let's go ahead and use that ember. Since we normally would get an ember for killing the first boss, we're not going to get that first boss. I'll show you what you got if you want to go back through there where the first boss usually is, or the first boss. And they have got a new boss back where the big crystal lizard is there in the cemetery ash at the very beginning, which we used to go by and get. They got a boss back there called the Marauder. God, he's killed me. I have not been able to kill him. But if you can kill him, his boss soul gives one of the best transposes of the game. It transposes it really cool. Okay, let's see what this one is. Whoops. Yeah, we don't. I think we won't need that right now, but we'll just go ahead and wear it for fun. This right here, if you don't pull this, the gate down to the boss in the cemetery of ash down there will be closed. You can't get by, so you got to do that. And this guy, he sells some good stuff. He sells bone shards, Estus shards. I mean, just all kinds of really good stuff. But you got to collect all stones. But in order to collect all stones, you have to be in that company of champions. But check out what that does to you. If you are in the company of champions covenant, it increases the strength and toughness of enemies by 50%. But it does boost your max HP, FP, and stamina by 5%. Whoopty shit. If it's boosting your enemies by 50%, that's the only way you can get all stones. We're going to go ahead and do the rat tails for right now, because that one increases your defenses and resistances. And with the rat tails, we can buy like purple moss clumps and stuff like that. Kind of get, I think they're like 100 souls a piece instead of 500 from Gray Rat. There's a lot of new changes like this that you got to kind of get used to. And this guy doesn't basically do diddly shit anymore. At least that I have found so far. But he does sell some good stuff. If you're into the Dragon Knight Warrior, he's got like the the Dragon Bone Spasher. That's a good one. Oh, we gotta learn the gesture. I'll make sure and get all the gestures just to make sure in case there's something in the game I haven't. Okay, let's hurry up, and then we'll go back up to the tower. You can go up to the tower and get the Firekeeper's soul and something else, and that's all that's up there. So I'm not even going to go up there. We pretty much got everything now. I don't think. Let's see. If we got anything we can cash in real quick. No. Okay, let's go ahead. So anyway, from here, what we do is automatically you do have your choice. Let's see if we can level up at all. Oh, okay, we can do one. And I did learn this. You don't have a whole lot of endurance in this with this character, and with that the sword that he has, even though it does a lot of damage, it uses a lot of endurance and stamina. So everything else, I put minimal stats into that. I try to get this up to at least 30 as fast as I can, and strength up around 30, and then from there you just kind of bump everything up. But and so you can also do this if you need some souls for something. You can sell stuff to the bonfire there. See anything you got, and you can, like, you need an ember or a life gem, you can come back here and forge them. It costs you 500 souls or 4,000 souls, but you can make them. So it gives you a few extra little advantages here. So anyway, this gives you the choice. You can either start at the high wall Lothric, where you normally would, or the foot of the high wall. And this actually starts you at a different place in the high wall. They changed it around quite a bit. So I don't know how long this video. I'm just going to probably take it down to the next bonfire, and I'll probably do a few episodes of this just to kind of give you an idea. And there are two other. The next character I'm going to do is the Madman. Oh my fucking god, he is. Oh my god. They gave this in this mod. They also have added some weapons from Bloodborne. They've added weapons from the Elden Ring, which that game isn't even out for at least another week or two, because this is only like February 15th or 16th. And he's got these claws. They're oh my god! And his attack, I killed more bosses. He doesn't even have a shield. Well, he's got a shield, but I didn't use it. Okay, once you light this first bonfire, run on around here and let's grab another ring. Oh no, it's not. Okay, now this stuff here. If you've got somebody, a character that uses a lot of magic or something like that, watch what happens when you put this stuff on. I'm going to show you real quick here. You're damn near invisible, and they can't see you coming. I've got one of my other the Madman. I gave him this armor. It's nice you can pick this up early in the game. But actually, I'll show you here. I'll show you what it does. We'll see if we can do this without the armor, without dying real quick here. But anyway, you start up there, and then see the dog's not even noticing me. It almost seems like it's not fair, doesn't it? Because not only making it invisible, let's see. Let's give you some stats on this stuff here. Okay. Renders the wearer translucent, reducing detection via sight by 75%. Okay. And that was the big piece. So, basically with everything on... Well, let's run around with this on for a while. There is a lot of armor to pick up, and also the Deprived, one of the characters that starts out with just a shield and the club, and he has like 10 in stats to begin with. He really, since they give you the option of so much armor and everything, you can really make him a pretty strong one. He's a lot better character to develop than it was in the Convergence or in the base game. Okay, now here comes our first invader. See, she couldn't even see me. Let's see what that ring does. Grants chance to cause shatter whenever you are hit on the back. I think shatter is kind of like a little explosion or something. I don't remember. Well, let's put it on and see if we can get it to do that. But now we got over here is our first. See, he can't even see us. Like I said, this guy, as strong as he is with this invisible armor, it's almost not fair, but it's really pretty cool. Because when you get farther on, some of them can actually see you See, what was that? Merchant terrain? Endurance. Oh, we definitely want that one. Now, see, that made our stamina just a little bit higher. But see, I'm really enjoying the hell out of this game. Even though we're kind of going a different direction with the at the beginning here off the towers and everything. But here we're going to have our regular full, just like the vanilla. But look at this guy. He's a I must have made a move. And that thing doesn't even get the warning till you get right on him. And you can still do the backstabs. And let's see how much we get for backstab here. 60. They did lower that. But we're collecting rat tails. I always go through and kill these guys when I'm first starting out. Because I try to get as many souls as I can when I'm first starting out. Especially in since this thing does... It's resembling the vanilla game so much more than some of the previous versions of this that I've had played, and also the Convergence. And don't get me wrong, I love the Convergence. That was one of my favorite mods. I love that game, man. Those guys did an excellent job. They just started getting a little bit too crazy with some of the stuff they were adding and changing around. And granted, some of the landscapes have been changed in this too a little bit, but not to the extent that it was in the Convergence. I'm sorry, man. I'm just old school. It got a little bit carried away as far as I was concerned. So, like I said, it was getting to be too gimmicky. And I've always loved the base game. Let's see. I always go down and take care of this guy first. I mean, it's almost like just a walk through the park. I almost feel like I'm doing a demo with no weapons or being having God mode or something. Because we do pick up a crossbow pretty quick here. Just one swing of that powerful sword. Yeah, and we're going to pick up the meat cleaver down in the Undead Settlement, and it is actually a little bit stronger than this. When you, because I'll add the blunt gem, because the blunt gem really boosts this up. The blunt gem, and then add that. Then you'll see after the level ups how much. I think I got in my last one. I was at like level 94. I had the meat cleaver, and it was a +5 with the blunt, and I was doing like 670 damage. Yeah, so. And what's cool about this one here is you can have a sword that has a buff on it, that comes with it, but you can also add like you can add things like lightning and all that stuff too. Whereas in the Convergence, if you had a weapon that was already buffed, you couldn't add anything to it. With this, you can, or at least I did once. I don't know whether it was meant to be that way or not, but you see, I'm just pretty much just walking through. And here's what we'll do here. Since the dragon won't see us, we'll just go and clean these guys out and then walk around and go up through, because there is a bonfire now. Yeah, there's a bonfire up there. We got to go by where the dragon is, because there's a bonfire in there now. They have moved a couple of the bonfires. But I like to come over here by the door and watch them all burn. Yeah, there's a bonfire down here. Plus, there's also a couple of chests, and one of them with a mimic in it. So let's clear some of this out here, so I have some room to move. Unless I'm going to play him like I did the last one. Okay, here's a bonfire. And this is really nice because this bonfire is a little closer than where it was in the base game, in the vanilla game. I'm not going to worry about it. 7,900, yeah, that's quite a few. Okay, here's a good chest. Bulwark ring. Now, this was pretty good for this guy, if I remember right. Yeah, if you have a weapon that does degrade, now this one won't, but that, like I was saying, that Madman, those claws that he has. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, same thing. Wait till he starts going back into... He wasn't going to take the bait. He was not going to take the bait at all. Now, we also got a new NPC right there. If you're doing a miracles, here's your and plus you can also buy life gems here, and these are pretty nice to have. We'll pick up a few of them on the way. I think you pick up 5 of them in the Undead Settlement and a bunch of others, and they're pretty nice to help fill in. But you can buy those, or you can, if you join his covenant, you can buy some miracles for the lightning and everything. So, new NPC. Well, let's go ahead and head on down to, because there's a knight up here. We got to go get him out of the way, and I think we'll probably stop this one at the next bonfire. I think we cleared everybody out down here. No, didn't get everybody. Okay. Alright, let's head inside. We got a guy right around the corner here who's standing here in a daze. Looks like he's lost. Okay. Now there's a chest up here too, if you're careful. It's far enough away. What we got here? There's our crossbow. There's our friend. Plus, he's also got 3 of these guys there. If you're not careful, you bump into him when you're fighting him, and they'll come after you too. So let's get him started. Let's see if we can backstab him. Ha 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 ha! See, he doesn't know where to look. So we can backstab him again. And that, okay, oh, that's a good, let's see, let's go pick this up. Okay, that, if I remember right, yeah, gives you a little bit more soul absorption. What I think it's after you kill somebody, it increases your soul absorption for a little bit. Yeah, boost for a few seconds. It'll boost your soul absorption. So if you're in a group or in a crowd and you're killing them left and right, after you kill one and you kill 3 or 4 more of them in 8 seconds, it'll boost it by 30%. So it's a pretty nice little deal. Let's see here. Not only did he not see me drop down there, he didn't hear me either. Now, let's see, let's go ahead and head on down here. Because there's another bonfire out here. Okay, before we hit the bonfire, let's go get the knight. They have put the knight back down the stairs again. Since we got the master key, we got access to all the doors now. But yeah, with this armor, you you've already seen it. You can pretty much sneak up and backstab some of these knights that are really. Because I think they have the red eyes. I think this guy has the red eyes too. Oh, this is a black knight. Whew. Made a couple mistakes, almost died on that one. But still, for having, I mean, what's our poise on this? Like about 20 something? What's our poise? 14. So the shield is what's saving us. Well, didn't mean to do that. That's okay. We're about ready to. We're almost at the next bonfire anyway, so we'll go hit the next bonfire, or we'll let Grey Rat loose too. Let him out of his cell, and then we'll hit the next bonfire and wrap this one up. But just kind of want to show you, because in the next one, when we get to the undead settlement, you'll see how really strong he is against like the some of the some of the bad guys in there. Okay, there's our bonfire. Let's go get Grey Rat out of there. And you got a skeleton. Skelly and 3 dogs. I wouldn't keep getting hit if I'd move, if I let them bounce off the shield. Keep forgetting I don't have the heavy armor on.
No, but not please.
Now see, this is just like it was in the vanilla game.
Very well, I do it.
Okay, we will put this ring on instead of this one right here. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, let's run back up. Cash in some souls, and I think we're going to wind this one up. So anyway, any of you that's been playing the Convergence, and I'm telling you, if you like the vanilla game, and the Convergence is great. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I have no complaints about it, but I just got a little tired of all the changes and the quirky little things. It just got too really weird for me. Let's see if we can let's cash in a few things here. Okay, I don't think there's anything we want to sell here. Lethal gem, that'll help a little bit, but okay, let's level up. Okay, we want or at least up to 20 on that, and we want to get our vitality up too. Well, yeah, not really. We won't need to now. Not if we're going to use that armor. We'll worry about that later. Let's get that endurance up there. Okay. Because of that endurance, it gives us more swings with our sword. Oh yeah, check it out. Okay. Well, anyway, I hope any of you that are Convergence fans, I hope I can convert you, because this mod, if you do get this mod, you download it. That's like 3 different files, and that's a total of like 6 gigabytes. But you install it exactly the same way you do the Convergence. You remove all the same files. And replace it with basically very easy. So if nothing else, I've been just switching back and forth every once in a while. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and maybe give you all the idea you want to try something new. So until next time, glad you all showed up this time around for the beginning of this one, and hope to see you later. Y'all take care.